We're here today in Burbank at one of my favorite completed projects, a full-scale renovation where we had the pleasure of building in collaboration with the incredibly talented Mandy Cheng and her design team. Mandy is one of Architectural Digest's AD 100 designers, truly one of the best in the business, and I've had the privilege of working with her on some renowned projects over the past decades. This Burbank home is one of those great collaborations where her vision and our execution really came together. So today I'm here with Kate, the homeowner, to talk about her experience and share a little behind the scene of how this beautiful space came to life. Thanks for having us today.
Thanks for being here.
Awesome. So Kate, I know it's been almost a year since we wrapped up your project here in Burbank. How's everything holding up?
It's amazing. The quality is fantastic. I look every day and feel like we just moved in yesterday.
That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. When we first met, I remember you were a little overwhelmed by the options out there. What made you decide to go with us?
So we had been considering a remodel for many years. And we also were looking at other houses potentially to buy that might already have what we were looking for. And in the end, after we met with you, we had interviewed some other contractors, but once we met with you, saw your plan, saw how professional you were, and were already working with Mandy, we thought this was the way to go.
And you're absolutely right. It really was a perfect combination of us all working together. Yeah. Before working with us, what were your biggest hesitation about doing a high-end renovation?
Our hesitations were primarily about the expense and the disruption to our lives and whether the money that we spent would ultimately be worthwhile to get us what we were looking for. And after we met you and were working with you and Mandy, all of those fears were put aside.
And you're absolutely right. I've heard about horror stories also, and what I've learned in the past 22 years is what's most important is building trust and making sure your clients are comfortable and happy.
Well, we were very well taken care of.
Thank you. Means a lot again. We worked closely with Mandy on the design. How did you feel about the process and the collaboration overall?
It, for me as a client, was seamless. You and your team and Mandy's team work hand in glove, and it made our experience super easy. We could call you, we could call Mandy. Anything that we had a question about or a concern about, we could talk to anyone on the team, and you all took very good care of us.
That's great, and that leads me to the next question that I have. Kate, I know construction can be stressful. Was there any moment during the project that overwhelmed you or surprised you or challenged you in any way?
So I think the biggest surprise to us was moving into our rental house and finding it full of termites.
Oh my God, I remember that. That was a long time ago, actually. Yeah.
It was a long time ago. But actually, the biggest surprise to us during this process was how smoothly everything went. So anytime we had a question, we could call you, we could call Mandy. We came to see the progress, which was super fun. For me, I had always wanted to see what it would be like to do a remodel, and I had heard so many stories about how stressful the process is. For us, it was very smooth. You finished ahead of schedule, which is unheard of, I think, in this business, and on budget, and the outcome is just beautiful.
How would you describe the quality of the craftsmanship for someone that hasn't seen our work yet?
Wow, it's A+. So my husband did not come to see the house. He wanted to see it when it was completed. I had a sneak preview the whole time because I would come and see what you all were working on, and I loved to hear what the whole process was like and the care that you and your team took with every detail. So I knew it was going to be amazing. My husband walked in after we were finished, walked the entire house, and came back and said, yes, they did a very good job.
I know I'm barraging you with different kind of questions, but the goal here is to give future clients a genuine look of what really goes behind the scene and what the process is. For me, it's all about relation and building trust with the clients and not just finished product and showcasing projects with videos and pictures. So this really helps. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. And if you look, it's been a year since we did this project, and we're still in touch, and we call and we praise you all the time to tell you how great it is. But you did build that trusted relationship with us. You know, we turned over our house and we felt 100% comfortable the entire time. We knew we were in really good hands.
What was it about LA Design Build, or even personally me, that made you comfortable during the whole process?
When we spoke to you, obviously you're very knowledgeable about the business. Also, you work closely with Mandy, and we had built a relationship with her. And you put us at ease, answering all our questions. You were very candid, you were very direct, and we just felt confident that you would be able to deliver on what you had said. We also knew people that had worked with you in the past, and they had nothing but the best things to say about their experience with you.
They were amazing client at Gainsborough. I remember that. And I recall when we started this project, we had a little hiccup at the beginning. Maybe we should discuss that. We had, lead and asbestos. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I remember mentioning that we should do a test just to make sure, because this is a full rebuild. I remember removing walls in the kitchen. This kitchen is so expansive now, where it used to be different layouts. And I'm glad that through our communication, we were able to quickly bring a team here, get that remediated, and we started the construction and demolition 2 weeks after that.
Yes.
And our timeline was 5 months to do the whole project. Even though we added some other scope of work, I was able to get my team to finish this within that 5 months. So I'm blessed, and it worked out fantastic.
I mean, we basically added 2 weeks at the front and at least 2 weeks at the end, and you still came in on the original schedule.
We tried.
Which was amazing.
I really wanted to stick with the timeline, so I put all my effort in it, and it worked. For past 22 years, I've learned that building trust and delivering on the promise is the most important part of the business. And I've always said the highest form of compliment in my business is when you get referred to friends and family. And I've tried to stick with that. And our business has been through word of mouth. Obviously, we came through a referral from one of your friends that we completed in Gainsborough. And I appreciate the vote of confidence also as well.
One other thing I would say, your communication is excellent. You are incredibly responsive. I have, in life, you rarely get that, generally. And I have heard that in the construction business, as soon as a project starts, your contractor disappears. We did not have a single day that you guys were not here working or responding to our questions or discussing things with us. So the communication was excellent.
I appreciate that. So would you recommend LA Design Build to someone that is thinking about doing a renovation project?
1000%.
Thank you.
I am so proud of this home, and I love to be able to have people over now to show them what we've done here. Thank you for everything.
No one deserves it more. Thank you so much.